I am Dracula.
Back everyone to the Graveyard Club. Me and Dee are back once again. The fucking dynamic duo to talk about the Howling from 1981.
About killing it with silver bullets.
Well, sure. Silver bullets are fire. It's the only way to get rid of the damn things.
I was looking for my wife.
As you may know, for season 2 we take turns. Last week we had Dee's pick, Martyrs. What? Oh, hefty fucking film. If you like the extreme side of horror, I recommend you go check that one out.
Link below. Yeah, so it's your choice now this week.
My choice, and you know me, I fucking sucker for the 80s horror films. I fucking love them.
You do love one of them, or even 70s.
Even 70s, I'm a fan for them all sort of films. And there's a series called The Howling. I think there's about 10 films. And so this is the fourth one. And I only got a chance to watch it fully the other night when I watched it with you, Dee.
Mm-hmm.
And honest God, what did you think of it?
I mean, we'll get into it.
But when you think about a horror film, a werewolf movie, I should say, like, do you turn into a werewolf by night? No, with the moon, Dee.
Yeah.
Like, this film, it's just not a traditional werewolf film. And we'll get into it. Like, this one almost could be a vampire film.
To be honest with you, I know the name is The Howling, but the first, 20 minutes.
40 minutes, even.
Maybe even 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no mention of any wolves or werewolves. So it's a bit weird.
I did like the plot.
I mean...
So 1981,
yeah.
This actually released the same year as American Werewolf in London.
It is very similar, but I will say the effects are better than American Werewolf in London. I do think so.
What film did you prefer overall?
I mean, I grew up watching the American Werewolf in London, so I do like that one, but I don't know, that was only the one time I watched it the other night, so I don't know.
We'll get
That's
into
a tough one.
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
The same makeup artist worked on both films, which is
interesting.
Little bit of a trivia. And yeah, with a budget of 150k at the time, which is probably like 1 or 2 million now, the box office 20 million, so this was quite successful. Director Joe Dante.
Interesting.
Like Italian director, I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad that we got to watch this one. Like, this is a good one.
This is an interesting one. I don't recognise any of the cast. They're kind of irrelevant-ish. It's more the story that...
Yeah, like
I think.
There's two main characters and they're a couple. Dee Wallace plays Karen and Christopher Stone plays Bill. So we'll get into the plot. Dee, what do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's a serial killer on the loose, Eddie. And he has his eyes set on this TV reporter girl, Karen.
Okay, yeah.
And what was weird, she's kind of working with the police to help him, like, to kind of capture him. Like, it's so weird. Like, so she's meeting up with him at like an old kind of sleazy theatre.
Yeah, do you know what? I've never seen one of them before. They're little booths that you can go in and watch pee.
Pee?
Yeah.
Are they still around?
I don't know, maybe in Amsterdam, but I've never seen them.
Yeah, you probably would have known if you've seen it.
I've searched it. No, I'm joking. I just never seen one of them.
Amsterdam, what a place. Actually, you're dead right. If there was a place in the world,
it would have been in Amsterdam.
It would have been in Amsterdam. So fucking weird. But yeah, this fella Eddie, and he's called Eddie The Mangler because he's leaving his victims absolutely butchered. Mangled the fuck. So it's weird. It's this kind of like the intro of the film.
We don't really know why she's getting phone calls, and I don't think we see any phone calls that she gets, do we?
Well, she goes into a telephone booth.
Oh, she's in a telephone booth, and then he tells her to go meet her at the place.
He's saying like, "What are you wearing?" and all sorts of stuff. He's
Ew.
See, we don't actually find out how them two got in contact with each other.
That's what I mean.
But what we do know is,
assuming he rang her because he's seen her on the TV.
Yeah. Well, yeah, possibly
or the
actually.
news, sorry. Yeah.
So the police are using her now as like a guinea pig to get him, and that's basically she walks into this sleazy fucking pornographic theatre. Everyone's weird in the place. Reminds me of like Basket Case or something.
Oh, it's so weird. And you put like a coin in and you watch pee.
Mm-hmm.
But he picks a very weird pee.
Yeah, it was like a rape.
A grape.
Almost, wasn't it? It was a weird one. We don't get to see Eddie. She turns around. Karen turns around and sees Eddie and screams, and the police come in and shoot him. So
no, they shoot him through the door.
Shoot him through the door. We don't see Eddie. Look, we just know he does kind of look animalistic.
Well, yeah, the whole thing was weird. Eddie, we don't know who he is. We don't know why he's doing all this shit.
Assumably dead right now. So after this horrible incident, Karen is experiencing like amnesia, like fucking PSD. PTSD, and she gets recommended by a doctor to go to a getaway camp, and it's called the Colony. So it's like a little holiday, little camp, so she can go and get treatment.
Well, it was painted to be like a retreat, but then when she arrived there, it looked at anything but.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I know. The colony? What did you think of this colony?
That's what I mean. It didn't look like anything that was relaxing. It looked like a lot of fucking skag heads. I don't know. It looked like a lot of schizo patients.
Now, straight away, I'm thinking this reminds me of like a folklore horror now. Wicker Man.
Oh.
All this type of stuff. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, so like an old man kills himself. Maybe tries to throw himself off a fucking thing into the fire. Like
he
weird.
was grooving at the start, and then he's like, "Ugh."
There's this weird girl called Marcia, and she's straight away flirting with Bill. Sorry, the couple in this is Karen and her boyfriend Bill. So them two go to the colony, this getaway camp. And Marcia is like this like weird flirty kind of. She likes Bill, and anyway, and it's weird. In this camp, everyone seems to know each other.
Yeah, aka cult.
So
or are we just getting the vibes? Is it just kind of thrown out a little bit there?
We're getting the vibes right now.
Okay.
So Marcia tries to seduce Bill, failing. This is when we kind of first get to see like what is it? Is it a vampire? Is it a howling? Is it a wolf? I'm assuming if you know the name of the film, you know it's werewolves. But
well, obviously it's called the Howling. You kind of get an idea.
This is like 20 minutes in the film, and you still just no indication that they're actually werewolves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have no proof. You haven't seen anything.
So yeah, he gets attacked by this dog-like creature. Wakes up and he doesn't really remember anything.
Yeah, I don't think you see him getting.
No,
there's not much of a scene. It's just like it's dark. You know.
You see him getting attacked.
Gets scratched. I think, does he?
Yeah. I think his face gets scratched. So while all this is happening, back at home, they discover Eddie's body is not in the morgue.
Yeah, they go to do the autopsy and he's not there. Ooh.
So that's kind of real like vampire vibes, I think.
Well, vampire. Yeah, like obviously I'm just thinking something supernatural or reminds me of Art the Clown, but obviously this is way before it.
Now the Bill fella is turning his head now. I think he likes this. Fella. I think he likes Marcia.
He'd go for Marcia any day of the week, just that's, you know.
And it's kind of caused like Karen is kind of copping onto this.
Yeah, as you would.
As you would. And Bill is acting weird like. So Karen calls up our friend Terry. Now there's like an investigator. Like there's like a pair of investigators, and they're taking interest in this Eddie case. Remember, they have the pictures Eddie was drawing like sketches.
They have these all weird sketches, drawings that he made, and it looks like portraits of himself when he's a wolf or werewolf. Is it werewolf or wolf?
Werewolf.
But
mind you, when all these scenes are going on, like you are getting hints. You can hear like werewolves howling in the background, and like you can definitely tell like almost straight away that they're werewolves. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and I think Karen calls her, and Karen is like, "Right, come down." So Terry's like, "Right, I'm going to come down." And does she bring some of the drawings that she have?
Yeah.
She brings some of the drawings, and she gets there. I think she holds up in the car. And she's like, "Oh, hold on, this is one of the drawings." So now it's a bit obvious that Eddie is here. Or
he has some sort of connection to this place.
Mm-hmm.
So later then, Terry gets attacked. And it's by a werewolf. You can see it this time. But she gets away with it like lightly. She does fair play to her.
Is that where she chops his arm off?
Yeah, she chops off his arm. Yeah.
Very good. That was, he was, like, she was...
Was she underneath a tree or something?
Yeah, I don't know where she was. That was good.
That was a good scene. So she basically
calls up... The effects are good, better than American Werewolf in London.
And the story's just completely different as well. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, there's multiple werewolves in this one. Like, she basically calls up her boyfriend then. But
the skinny fella.
Yeah, so he ends up going and getting... He knows the sus then. Like, you know what I mean? Because them two have been talking to each other.
Convoluting about that. Yeah.
So Terry gets killed by a werewolf, but the boyfriend, Chris, hears everything. He gets silver bullets and basically comes up. And this is when the film gets a little bit wacky.
The film just flips at this stage.
And I loved it for it. I got really silly. Like, he basically comes, he has a big rifle, and he starts popping. He starts popping each one of these guns down. Like, so Eddie, the first one that you actually see is it's Eddie, and he's in werewolf form.
Oh my god, yeah. That
was, you know what I mean? Like,
no, do you know what? Can I just say one thing? I wasn't crazy for this film, but first of all, Eddie is gross looking. He actually looks better when he's a werewolf than he is when he's a human. Not being bad. But the transformation, it was very... It wasn't great, like, but It was good.
I
It
think
was spooky. It was, yeah.
people think the transformation in this film is superior than the one in American Werewolf in London. Even though they're done by the same people think it was done better in this film, and I agree with them. Film-wise, American Werewolf in London is a better film. This film is a bit more fun, though.
Well, the ending where it kind of is revealed that they're all, like, Karen is talking to the doctor and is like, right, I want to leave, blah, blah. And the doctor's like, look, you ain't fucking leaving. Bill's...
I'm sorry, we're skipping over a major big scene.
Are we?
Yes. Bill ends up going back out. So Bill's the
my
partner.
God.
Bill ends up going back out to Marcia.
During the night.
So we're kind of puzzling to get it as Marcia a werewolf as well. And they meet at a campfire and they have crazy werewolf sex. And it's fucking crazy. They're doing it and basically the two of them turn into werewolves. So for the rest of the film, you don't actually see where Bill is, right?
Yeah,
you don't.
Actually,
you
I
don't.
noticed that.
So that's when the Chris fella comes up. The girl Terry's boyfriend Chris, he comes up with the gun, starts popping them all out, and him and Karen kind of conspire together to lock them all into this house
and set them afire,
set the place ablaze, and basically killing them all. So more than likely, Bill was in there as well.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy.
No, did we not see get? No, I can't remember if we seen Bill get killed.
I'm not sure. I thought one of the characters there when your man Chris comes in with the gun, I thought one of them was Bill, but no,
so
it wasn't.
Did I, yeah.
No, it wasn't. No. But yeah, it was a crazy ending. Like basically the whole colony were werewolves.
They all turned slowly, which was good. That was good. They all were kind of slowly turned into werewolves, that was a little bit scary. That was good. That's
but
it.
Isn't it the
Do you remember outside the barn or not barn? Sorry, wherever they all are, and they're all kind of slowly turned into werewolves. Like they're all their teeth are.
Great fucking scene. And basically when Chris and Karen are driving out, the werewolf chases after them and all this stuff. So it was a really good ending.
Mm-hmm. The ending definitely picked up. The start of the film was a bit slow. As we said, like you didn't really see any werewolves or any even mention.
Yeah, so like for
about 20, 30 minutes at least.
For good, like pretty much if you didn't know the name of this film,
but like
I was more thinking they're either a cult or they're vampires.
Yeah, we were saying Wicker Man.
Wicker Man vibes or the witches, the hereditary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like ones where people go and everyone's involved in it except for the one person. That was this film. Which
so they were obviously their plan was to get either Bill or Karen, whichever one of them, or either Eddie had an obsession with Karen.
Now, and we find out the doctor that suggested going to the colony for Karen. He was involved as well.
He gets killed with a silver bullet as well, I think.
So to top off the ending of the plot, which is the ending of the film is real bizarre. Karen is back on TV, and she's bringing awareness that there's werewolves out there, and to prove her point.
Oh my God! Yeah, I forgot about this.
To prove her fucking point, she transformed into a werewolf, and Chris behind the fucking cameras and all the sets puts a bullet into her fucking head, and a silver, gonzo. And everyone watching it at home is kind of thinking like this is not real. It's like a TV skit.
Yeah, they're kind of like, oh, yeah.
And that's how the film ends. Like,
remember, it actually ends like the last scene is the news being played in a bar. And the men in the bar are like, oh, well, that was that. And it cuts to some woman ordering a drink or ordering a steak. And it's the fucking bitch, the Marcia. And she's like, I'll have it raw.
Yes, she's in the bar with some random bloke and he orders a peppered steak. She orders him a peppered steak and she wanted a burger and he asked her how she wanted it and she said rare.
Oh, rare, sorry, I said raw.
That's pure 80s cheese.
It was, yeah.
That's pure 80s
and I think she winks as well, like a little.
Yeah.
So she's not dead. So would she come back in the Howling 2? Who knows?
Who fucking knows now? I heard the series goes fucking way off.
I can imagine it's going to go like every other
series out there.
Sequel that would have came out in, what's this again, 81? Yeah,
81.
It definitely has the 80s vibes. Obviously American Werewolf in London, but I do like the way it doesn't just mirror match that film. It is completely different.
Right, Dee, before we give our ratings and our opinions, should we go on a little break?
Are you a fan of all things nerdy? Do you love delving into the latest pop culture trends while also staying updated on the news of the day?
Hey there, fellow enthusiasts. Professor Aubrey here, and I'm thrilled to invite you to join us on Friends Talking Nerdy podcast, where we dive deep into all things geeky, from movies and TV shows to video games and comics.
That's right, folks. It's Tim the Nerd, your friendly neighborhood geek, ready to discuss the latest professional wrestling updates alongside our takes on tech innovations and the entertainment industry.
But that's not all. We also understand the importance of mental health, and we weave in thoughtful discussions on self-care and mindfulness.
So, if you want to geek out while also taking care of your well-being, tune in to Friends Talking Nerdy.
Friends Talking Nerdy, where pop culture meets mindfulness. Listen now on all major podcast platforms.
This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
So, what did you actually think about this film, Dick?
So,
Be brutally honest with me now. Do you know what I mean? Because I know they doesn't be mad about the 80s films. Like, obviously she does know the good ones. But there's a lot of
to me,
shitty
they're
ones.
just not horror films. To me, they're cozy movies that you put on like, I don't know, in the background when you're going to sleep or on the weekend maybe. But I do appreciate them, and I do think that they do have good scenes. As I said, a couple of the scenes that we went over, like when they were all turned into the werewolves and stuff like that. And I love the vibe. It's such Halloween,
That was really
autumny.
such a Halloween film.
You know, I'd even I'd even watch this film during the day if I was off sick or something. You know, it's just a cozy film to me. So I wouldn't class it as like a horror. You know, a horror.
It's not a scary.
It's not a
film.
scary horror.
What
or
is scary
film.
though? Like, it's so subjective. Like,
It is very subjective. To me, it doesn't scare me on any level. Like, I'm scared on different levels. You know.
I don't think there's a single horror film out there that will actually scare me. Like, The Exorcist used to scare the fuck out of me when I was younger. But we've watched so many now, so desensitized,
I know,
yes,
yeah.
to
I know,
anything
yeah,
that's
that's
scary.
why, but like, you can't
So-
blame me for going off.
No, and I'm not even
the
saying for
rail
you,
for
but you
the-
read people online saying, "Oh, this film is not scary." Like,
I
if you're-
know, yeah, but
if you're over a
it's-
certain sort of age, it shouldn't be fucking scary to you.
No,
It's a film.
there's films out there that will scare you for many different reasons, like, as I said. Like, if you think about Megan is Missing, it would scare you if you were a parent.
Yes.
And you had, I don't know, a 12, 13-year-old that would have social media. That would scare me.
Yeah,
Do you
we
know what I
reviewed
mean?
that, by the way. But yeah,
So,
that is
but
true.
this is just kind of lighthearted. I do like it.
Bit of fun.
Bit of fun more than anything, which you're good at picking, but I think you need to delve. Maybe it's what we need, but I'd like for you to delve more into the darker side. Because this channel should be where we talk about scary films.
Yeah. Well, at this channel we talk about fucking everything.
We do, but
Everything. Now, I know Troll's a bad pick.
yeah.
We won't go down that path. But yeah, I do need to be picking scarier fucking films. Or just...
Yeah, like you may as well have picked Gremlins or something, you know.
What, with this film? Oh, no, with Trolls. Not with this film.
Trolls and stuff like, well, you're on the same page for me.
Ah, fuck off, Dave.
Like, why,
Fuck
I'm
off,
just
really.
saying. That's just my opinion, you've asked me.
I like them kind of cozy little campy
I know
sort
you
of
do,
films.
yeah. But you're in your comfort zone, that's what I'm saying. You need to find something that made you feel out of your comfort zone or made you feel that was different. That's what I try and do.
Any American listeners actually, have you tried the Buzz Balls? No,
Is it
you're
an American
drinking.
thing?
Yeah. It says US on the bottle.
Does it?
Yeah, they're straight from America. They're
Really?
fucking great little
Interesting.
things.
They're nice, yeah, they're okay. I'd like a few more flavours, but they are nice and strong.
They are nice and strong. Like, we don't have weird shit like that over here.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty nice. Days drink one right now. But back onto the film.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a bit kind of jumpy and scary at parts. Like, there was one scene where I think it was Terry, and she's going through she's going through the office and she's looking for files on Eddie, and out of nowhere you just see a werewolf hand jumping down and picking it up for her. Like that, like little scenes like that.
Yeah, they are classic jump scares, yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And you can only imagine at the time I'd say it would be scary. Like, and for people that don't know, it's actually based on a series of books by fucking Gary Brander. So he does, I think he has like 6 or 7, and this film was, I think, pretty much based off the first book. But all the other sequels that come after this film literally went fucking left and nothing to do with any of the
I
other
can
books.
imagine, yeah.
You know?
But it tends to go like that.
But from what I'm seeing now, I've done pretty good at the box office. I probably just didn't do as good as American Werewolf in London. Because that film is a fucking classic.
No, but I mean, it did come out in the same year, so you can expect that. But I think over time it's like cult classic.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely gained like a nice cult classic. Fucking standard, like, do you know what I mean, to it.
It definitely focused on a bit of a sexual thing, but it's seen an awful lot in these kind of films around the same era.
Yeah, but the werewolf,
okay.
the American Werewolf in London didn't really have too much sex.
Well, it did actually.
It did.
It did. Not too much, but it did have some.
But here, I was telling I think the Howling 3, right? I was telling you, and it's basically about a girl who escapes a sex cult, right?
Interesting.
Like a werewolf sex cult. So, like, yeah, right, like, they're very sexualized. Different. Joe Dante, like,
yeah,
good director. I thought that was well fucking directed and well acted. Like, that main girl, Dee Wallace, who plays Karen, I thought she was pretty good in it.
I think Dante actually is on. Yeah, I think he was.
Oh, he directed
Gremlins.
What the fuck? And you were saying it's very like the Gremlins?
Yes.
He literally, that's him,
See,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Good spot.
Oh, do you remember I read out Slim Pickens? That was actually the name of some.
Slim Pickens?
Yeah, his name is Louis Burton Lindley Jr.
Mm.
But he's actually known as Slim Pickens. I don't know who he plays in it, but that was hilarious. But yeah, so what would you score this?
I'll just say what I liked and didn't like.
Oh yeah, sorry, your likes and dislikes. I didn't even ask you, yeah.
What I did like is how different it was to our typical werewolf film. I loved the Wolfman, Lon Chaney. Very different to that. Very different to American Werewolf in London. Fair play for taking a different... Well, it's basically based on the book. So it's more like the book was taking a different angle to werewolves and making them kind of more... I don't know. More normal in the world, I suppose, like that. Because in other werewolf films, he's the only werewolf in the world.
Yeah.
Where in this world, there's loads of them. And at the end of the film, that's what Karen goes on the news for. Like, there's loads of werewolves out there. People just don't know that. So I did like that. I loved the music. I thought the music was very good. The spookier parts of it really reminded me of like the old Universal movies, like very atmospheric music. Mm-hmm. And we have a little guest here with us right now.
Oh, hello, Katie.
Bellinor. There's always a cat present on this show, by the way.
Her
just
name
to let
is
you know.
Eleanor. Oh,
she's in the way of the screen.
She's the older lady.
She's the third member. The fourth member, actually, of the Graveyard Club podcast, isn't she?
Well, you've had Gustavo on now for a few episodes and you've heard him scream in the background, but this is Eleanor. She's nice and quiet, but she will rub her face off the mics. So if you hear anything, it's just her.
Spit all over the place.
Yeah, if anybody has a cat, in the comments below, does your cat like rub their mouth and spit on things, and do they lick your eyelashes / eyeballs area, or eye area, or is it just my two cats that are weird? But yeah, back to the film.
Did you agree the music was pretty good though?
It was okay actually, yeah, and I did like the scene where she was on the news and then shot her head off, because I actually forgot that.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, she didn't shoot her own head. She turned into a werewolf.
And somebody shot her head off. Yeah.
That
was pretty good.
I didn't expect that. It was in the last few minutes.
The werewolf transformations.
Yeah, they were good.
Pretty good.
They were okay.
Just are they usually that fucking slow? Take fucking ages. Like I'd be gone. I'd probably ran about a mile or two before a werewolf fully transformed. Like I'd be gone.
It's like there was a standard of acting for all these type of films, and it just had to be the most unexpressive, stupid kind of looking. Not stupid looking, stupid look on your face. You know, like, oh. Yeah. You just had to do that and you got the role. And
I did like that scene where, was it Karen who threw the acid over the werewolf's head and basically burned him? Yeah, that was Eddie. I think that was Karen who threw acid over Eddie in his werewolf form.
Eddie's...
Yeah,
Eddie
that's what happened and
looking.
he came out.
Eddie was crazy looking, wasn't he?
He was a fucking weirdo, yeah. So was Eddie kind of this kind of kingpin of the...
Kingpin of the werewolf. It was like fucking Twilight gone wrong.
Literally, it was
Twilight
Twilight before Twilight.
Twilight, yeah.
I did like it. What I didn't like about the film, maybe the writing at parts was a little bit cheese.
There's so much cheese in it. So much cheese acting. So much cheese scripting. Cheese shots. You know, the shots that go on for way too long. But It didn't like. All in all, the film is
1980s. Like it was the norm back then.
It kind of delivers what's expected. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Now, would you watch the second one?
Probably not, no, because it's like Basket Case 2 and like the Gremlins 2 and stuff. It's just like
It just get way too wacky.
It just goes wacky, and it's like, right, what the fuck else can we do with this story?
Do you know who's in the second one? You won't believe this. Hammer icon Christopher Lee.
Get Lee.
Yeah, Get Lee, and he's a fucking werewolf hunter. Instead of a vampire hunter, he's a werewolf hunter. And the
He's
sex
always on the prowl. The sex is 3,000 times.
So I don't know. I wouldn't review it
No.
now. Like this one is enough. I wanted to review a horror film, a werewolf film, because the new Wolfman is out in the cinema.
Which you said is meant to be shit, so I don't even know why you're doing this. But
Yeah. No, but it's just it might be a good time to do review a werewolf movie. You know? Yeah, but no, I hear that new Wolfman is meant to be crap.
Well, I mean, the trailer looks okay, but
Yeah, but then I'm hearing things that people are saying they did actually enjoy it. So I don't know.
you have to kind of just judge for yourself, because there's a lot of films that you think you're gonna like and you just don't like. Like Smile 2, was mad about that.
But the critics liked it.
The critics like it. I see the trailer for Megan 2. What the actual? Like, are we really doing this
I know.
in this day and age?
But that thing obviously printed money when it came out. Yeah, look at it.
Fucking like
That printed money when it came out, though, they.
maybe it's just feeding into the masses again.
And I did hear, I forget the director's name, but there was meant to be a remake of this on Netflix in 2000. They were trying to make it for the 2020s sometime. I don't know if it's still on or did it get cancelled or whatever the fuck. Because it was like a writer strike, like a couple of months ago. So I don't know if stuff like that is still happening. But yeah, there was meant to be a remake of this. And yeah, like I said, there's like another fucking 7 films. There's one that's set in a freak show. There's one set in Australia, and they're like marsupial fucking werewolves. Like we're
Marsupial.
yeah, like kangaroos.
Can I just say one thing? I don't think I'm gonna be in for watching any more of this.
And I don't think I will either, because they're not on streaming, on our little streaming stick. And
No.
no, only this one and a few other ones. Like, no, this will do me now. This will do me. This will fill me little werewolf fucking niche for a bit.
So what do you think is gonna be your next?
I can't. That's a secret.
Okay.
It's a secret, but I'm trying to find one set in the early 2000s. Released in the early 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
But terrifying.
What about
So like
that wreck one that we were watching? But that's
something
kind of
like
like
that.
a zombie one, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was really good though. That was really good.
that was really good.
So I'm thinking something like not like The Ring or The Grudge, but something like that. Something like really scary. Like, so don't know.
I don't know. Like, I always need recommendations, and even if I don't take the recommendations, I'll take it and go something like it. Like recently, I've been watching a lot of shit on YouTube, but I've kind of found this channel on YouTube. Can't fucking remember the name, and it has like horror documentaries. Well, one scared the shit out of me last night. I think it's. Let me just get the name for you. 1 second.
I think what the horror in high places.
Horror.
In a high place, I think it's called. Pretty sure that's what
Horror
it's
in the
called.
high desert.
In the high desert, yeah.
It's completely boring for about 45 minutes. Yeah, watch it. I'll link it if anybody is interested. Let me know if something like that would float your boat as well, because I'm always open. I don't want to just be doing extreme gore. Like what was the one I wanted to watch? No, I did Martyrs already. God, I can't remember. But yeah, Tumbling Dolls of Flesh.
Yeah.
Like, these are too extreme, so I need something.
Like,
I need to know what level everybody wants.
we can't really do a video like the Tumbling Dolls of Flesh, a video justice on YouTube. Like, that had to be on Spotify, where we can actually get clips, talk about it properly, like, because it just get copyrighted on
You can't
YouTube
show
and
anything,
age
yeah.
restricted. Like, we've done a really
Immediately,
good, we've done a really good Cannibal Holocaust.
Immediately got age restricted.
And got age restricted, and
yeah.
like that cuts literally 8% of the people who watch it, because nobody really, a lot of people are not
Don't
signed
have an
into
account.
accounts on
so
YouTube.
just-
So that really hurt that video, and it was such a good fucking podcast. Like, we talked about everything in that,
Yeah.
like obviously into too much detail, you know.
Exactly. But that's what we're here for.
Oh, sorry, Dee, on the Howling, the film that we've been talking about. What did you like and what did you not like about? And tell me
I
your rating.
covered one.
All right, give me your
I
rating.
think.
Well, I don't
did,
think
yeah.
so. Did you?
I did.
What didn't you like? Didn't?
I told you I didn't like the cheese acting and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The rating would be 5, isn't it?
Yes.
2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Right, if you made it this far, thanks for
What's your rating?
Yeah, I'm going to give it at the very end.
Oh.
You have to keep listening. If you made it this far, make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe on YouTube, please. Almost at 500. Almost at 500.
We need to feed these cats some now.
If you're on Spotify, give us a rating. Appreciate that over there as well. And my rating is 3 out of 5.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, so not too far off from me then.
No, it was good film, but I'm not raving about it. Like, you know, I just enjoyed
I
it.
hope you're not raving about it, but yeah.
So, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here with me, and
Thanks for having me. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Look.
I am Dracula.